Jacob, go ahead.
Hey, Sam. How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. Just glad to be back here in Chapel Hill.
Absolutely. I was just curious, not being away from campus for a couple months with the shutdown and whatnot. How difficult was it, and looking back now, to stay in shape now that you're back on campus? I know Max said, for the most part, every player that's come back so far has been good physically. But how difficult was that to stay in shape and work out on your own and keep that high level of fitness that you have to play at this level?
I don't really think it was that difficult for me. I love working out. I love working on my craft. So, really, I had a lot more time than I used to. Really, it was easier. Resources I needed. That's the biggest issue. But, Coach Hess did a good job of making sure we had everything we needed.
Hey, Sam. Sam, dive back into that one a little bit. You got kind of scrambled there.
Yeah, no, for me it was easy just because, I love working out. I love trying to perfect my craft. The hard part for me was just finding the resources. We couldn't go in our high school weight room like we usually do. We couldn't do certain things we usually could. So, I just had to find the right resources to be able to do what I needed to do. But other than that, I really had a lot more time than I usually had. So I try to make the most of it.
Thanks, Sam. Appreciate it.
Good, Jacob?
Yeah, thanks, Jeremy.
Ross, go ahead.
Hey, Sam. What has this week been like in terms of what you've done every day, strength conditioning, and the, player-led workouts? Can you kind of walk us through what you've done since you got back to campus physically, football-wise?
So starting on Monday, we had some speed work in the morning. Then we had a lift in the afternoon. And then Tuesday morning, we had some conditioning, and then following that was a lift in the afternoon. Yesterday, we had a lift Wednesday afternoon, and then we got another lift coming up this afternoon. Then we got a run tomorrow morning, and then a lift tomorrow afternoon. And we get some working on Saturday, too. Then throughout the week, we've had some player-led workouts and stuff like that. But it's been good, man, just to be back with the guys working out. Everyone looks like they did what they were supposed to be doing when they were back home. So I feel really good about where we are as a team right now.
Yeah, and those player-led workouts, how does that work? Do you call it? How does that kind of go? And who are you working with? Is it just you and receivers, or are you in the offensive line or running backs? How's that kind of look?
Yeah, we get all the stuff in. I have a script that I go through with our offensive guys. So we haven't done like any 7-on-7 or team stuff like that. We've just kind of been easing into it so far, just doing stuff on air. I have scripts that I go through with offense, and same for the defense.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Hey, Sam, with the 6-week practice calendar that was approved yesterday by the NCAA, how much relief is it for you knowing that there is a concrete plan in place now, and you guys know what's ahead the next 2 weeks before you head down to Central Florida?
Yeah, I think it's good for us just knowing, I feel like the past couple of months has been a lot of unknown. We didn't really know what to expect. We don't really know what's coming for us. But now there's a set plan. We kind of know what to expect. We know how to prepare for it. We can just prepare ourselves mentally, physically, every single way we can. While before we were just trying to prepare for the unknown. So I think it's definitely great for us now having that plan and set.
And it also appears that there will be football now. That question has been hanging over for the last few months. So just the idea of knowing that you're going to have a season this year, how exciting is it for you to kind of be able to zero in on that focus as well?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I never really doubted that we'd play football. I've always prepared like we're going to play. So, we're really excited for this year. We had a lot of momentum building off of last year. So it definitely isn't the season we wanted to miss. So I'm definitely excited that things have gone the way they're going. I just hope we get to play our full season.
Ed Harden, you're up. Let's get you unmuted. For some reason, I'm not able to unmute you guys. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Sam, I'm curious if you and your teammates have been paying attention to any of the stuff that's going on at Oklahoma State and Texas, where it seems the players are empowering more than they've ever been before. Has there been any discussion like that among your teammates?
Just as far as everything that's going on, main thing is that we're talking about it. And we're talking about that with Coach Brown. That's the big thing. I think what you see at a lot of other schools is there's just a lack of communication within the program. And we don't have that here. As soon as something hits the news or as soon as something happens, we have a team meeting and we talk about it. So that's the main thing. We're lucky to have Coach Brown here where we talk about all the issues that are going on in the world. And the main thing is he listens to us, he listens to the players, and we just want to be a part of the change. So Coach Brown's done a really good job in leading us the right way. And, I'm proud to say that our program is really we really stood together. I mean, we're all on the same page, and that just starts with Coach Brown and bringing us all together, making sure everyone's on the same page with everything.
Thank you, Sam.
Yep.
Good, Ed.
Yep. Thank you.
All righty. Tyler, you're up.
Thank you, Sam. Coach Brown was talking about you a bit, and he said that when he asked if you had a Valentine's date, he said you had a date with Madden. He said that you told him she, as he was talking about Madden, likes me, and she's not very expensive. Can you delve on your relationship with Madden a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it's just been something I've picked up on for a long time. It's just it comes easy to me. I really haven't played a whole lot recently, but I enjoy playing video games a good bit. Whenever I have some free time, I definitely get on the game. And then a lot of my teammates play the game too, so it gets pretty competitive.
Do you find that given this climate that we're in right now, do you think playing Madden is a way to maybe stay within the game and maybe work on systems at all, or is it just more just a relaxer for you guys?
It just depends. You can really, if I really wanted to, I could get on there and try to go through stuff manually like I would, because the coverages in the video game are the exact same as they are in real football. It's real stuff. So, but usually when I get on there, it's just to kind of mess around and just have fun with it.
Last question regarding this. Valentine's, did she do a good enough job last year? Was it a good enough time to take her on a date next year?
I don't know. I've kind of moved on to Call of Duty, so Call of Duty might have to take up that slot. I've been into that really lately, so I don't know. It's definitely a battle going on right now, so we'll have to see who wins.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Nothing but the hard-hitting news here.
Yeah, that's what we do over here in Eastern Carolina.
No, it's good. Change it up a little bit. Gregory Hall, you're up.
Hey, Sam. How does Michael Carter make you better as a player?
Oh, wow. Mike's a really, really good player, first of all. I think the main thing where Mike makes me better is he's a leader. He pushes me. Whenever I'm down, Mike picks me up. Whenever I need to work on something, Mike tells me I need to work on something, and he makes sure I'm staying on top of everything. I just think Mike makes his presence known on the field, and he just makes everyone around him better. Not alone. When you think about it from the schematic side, when he's on the field, everyone's worried about when he's going to have the ball in his hands, and they're maybe paying less attention to when we're going to throw the ball. So it's just having Mike is just a pleasure. I'm just really lucky we have him.
What's it like for you when you hand the ball off to him and he shows off his speed and you just see him running straight down the field with defenders behind him? What's that like for you?
Oh, it's a great feeling. Just knowing the guy Mike is, just how hard he works. I obviously they won't be able to hit a hole as fast as Michael Carter can. So this is a great feeling. I'm really lucky to have him. And just another thing about Mike is just his leadership again. I've learned so much from Mike. He's really helped me develop us from a leadership standpoint. We talk about those things, and he gives me advice on what ways to lead, because he's one of the best leaders I've ever been around. He's a real vocal guy. He does everything right. So he's definitely a guy I just try to learn from every day. And
then what's it like having someone like Tamon Fox in practice chasing you down and breathing down your neck, trying to get to you every snap?
Yeah, it's definitely kind of scary having those guys. I'm lucky they can't touch me in practice, because there's some good guys over there on that defensive front. But he just makes us better. I think that's a good thing about our practice, is that we compete. Everyone's trying to make each other better. There's no hard feelings. Everyone's just fighting as hard as they can, just try to make the other guy better. So at the end of the day, he's making our O-line better. He's making me get the ball out quicker. He's just making us better all overall.
Thank you.
Yep.
Mike, you're up.
Thanks. Jeremy, I missed the first minute here, so if this is a repetitive question, let me know. I don't want to waste Sam's.
That's all right. Go ahead.
Sam, I'll preface this by saying I know that you're laser focused. I know football is your tunnel vision here, but recently it came out this morning that I think just over a dozen Texas football players tested positive for COVID. A couple of Houston football players tested positive. My question is, do you have a concern as more people are coming back about getting sick or other people getting sick on your team as you're transitioning back?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm concerned. I just think that we just need to be smart about it. Obviously everyone wants to play football, but at the end of the day, we just got to do things the right way. And we just got to understand that, football is not the most important thing in the world right now. Our health is the number one thing. So we just got to be smart with the things we do. We have a really good staff. They've done a really good job of making sure we're staying on top of things. And then we just got to be responsible with it. We came back and we tested. We just can't go out and party, do stuff like that. We can't go be around a lot of people like normal college students would. So we just really got to be responsible with it and know that like we could really get it at any time and we can spread it to our teammates. So we just got to keep the main thing, and that's making sure everyone's staying safe.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Hey, Sam, this is Nick Carboni from WCNC down in Charlotte. A lot of folks around here are really happy to see the connection that you and De'Ami Brown have had on the field. You just tell me about what it's like to play to him, what it's like to throw to him, and how well did you know him before you all played together there?
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't know him too well before I got there, but as soon as I got here, we kind of clicked, and just both being from Charlotte. I think last summer me and De'Ami spent a lot of time together, just working on timing. And it really paid off for us this year. I think the thing about De'Ami is he's a really hard worker, and he really loves the game of football, and he's going to do whatever he can and be the best wide receiver he can. So I'm just glad to have such a hard worker out there that I can trust. He can run every single route there is. So I'm definitely blessed to have De'Ami, and then him being back in Charlotte is cool. Both of us being back from the same exact hometown. It's pretty cool to play with him.
See, one of those guys where you can just kind of throw it up there and trust him to go get it?
Yeah, and when in doubt, I trust De'Ami. I really trust all my guys. When in doubt, I can just throw it up there, and I know he's going to come down with it. There's no such thing as a 50-50 ball on our offense.